Welcome to the Social Circle, where creators come together to turn ideas into impact and goals into a reality. I am Candace, and this is
Jennifer. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. And we are super excited that you guys are here joining from wherever you are in the world. We are pumped for today's topic. Today's episode is going to be a great one,
absolutely. And
as always.
as always, so make sure that you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any. Boom. We did an episode earlier this year about planning weeks worth of content in an hour, and it's our top listened to episode besides the amazing Shannon McKinstry, of course.
Thank
But
you.
today we want to show you how to actually batch content to work smarter and not harder.
For sure. It is supposed to save time batching because this is where we're all extra busy. If you're working a job and you're trying to build and you're also running a family, if that's the kind of lifestyle that you're living, batching is going to be your time saver. If you're not doing it the right way, though, it can become an overwhelm or it can even feel like you're being burnt out, right? You don't want to do that to yourself. You want to do things just like Candace said, work smarter, not harder. We're going to walk you through how you can break it down into smaller bite-sized phases and you won't feel like you're stuck editing 10 videos all at one time around 1 a.m.
Right. Amen. Amen. And if you don't know what batching is, you've got to go back and check out our other episode, which we will put down into the show notes and we'll attach it here so you'll be able to go back and see that. And that brings us into our circle hack. And if you don't know, our circle hack is just a tiny bite-sized piece of information that you can take and hopefully use today.
I love these because these are something so simple and it sounds hard sometimes, but it is literally you just batch it in time. If you have 30 minutes, you can record up to 10 to 30 videos in a 30-minute time span, guys. You just have whatever your topic is, whatever your plan is for what you're about to batch, record. You just change your outfits, right? You change, or sometimes people don't even notice it, but you can have a bunch of different shirts lined up in a row, different outfits lined up in a row. Boom, boom, boom. Just record how you want to record, set your camera up, make it easy on yourself. There's an idea. Record in one location and then just change the outfit every so often, right? Just don't do everything in order on, what topic you're going to do. Just have things like recorded in your camera roll so that you can go
Yeah.
back and just use some, make them so that they're, I think the best suggestion that I ever heard was to make as many B-roll as you can fit a bunch of different subjects that you're going to talk about. I have this in my phone. I have a folder saved for reusable content. That's how I label it. And you'll see on my feed at Jen Radillac on Instagram that a lot of my content is a repeat video, but different words on screen or different audio, guys. That's what helps with that burnout because you're doing all of this big chunk that looks like it's insane in a small amount of time, and you can just recycle that kind of stuff.
Repetition. We've been
Yes.
talking a lot, you and I, about repetition. I mean, and it's
It's big.
true. Repetition. I want to highlight one major thing that you said back there, and that was that don't change the location. Just grab a new shirt. If you pull your hair back, and then
Yeah.
film a new one. Grab a hat.
Oh, for sure. No,
Easy
I do the same
change.
thing. When I'm batching my content, I'll have a couple of different outfits or shirts at least, depending on how if I'm only like shoulder to the head, right? That's the kind of what I mean. I will have a couple different shirts lined up. I'll just pop them on, do whatever it is I'm trying to do to record. I'll even have different glasses. I'll take my hair down, shake it out, whatever, and just change it up a little bit so that the background can still look very similar. Maybe I'm just changing the angles even. That's a huge difference, guys, when you just turn your phone and record for 15 seconds and
All
then
right,
turn your phone the
Jennifer,
other
that's
way.
like 2 circle hacks at once, ma'am. No, I'm just kidding, keep going. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Please
That's what we
listen, everybody,
mean.
because
Yeah.
this is a great tip right here, what you're about to say. Go.
That's what we mean with the batching is to just focus on your angles too. When you're not only thinking about your outfits and where you are in the room of whatever it is you're recording, consider just moving a slight angle away from the one that you just recorded. And it doesn't have to be long because your videos should only be between 3 and 5 seconds if you're doing short form, non speaking kind of content. Long form, different subject, different conversation. Just reminding you guys that it can be as simple as that. And in 30 minutes, you could have at least 30 different videos just going boom, boom, boom all around the room. Not like
Boom,
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 boom, but
boom, all
anyway,
around the room. That was
not
great.
Venga
Another
Boys
one, trademark
or
from the
Venga Bus.
social circle. Boom, 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 all around the room. Okay, as long as the lighting is good.
Yes, yep,
Check. Okay,
check.
so batching can, as someone with ADHD, ADHD, as someone with ADHD, batching is great and it can save you time, but it can
Yep.
also feel super freaking draining. So for me, it is best if I break that up. And honestly, my breaking it up is based on how I'm feeling at that time.
Yeah.
But I also work from home. This is what I do. I am home all day. Luckily, the kids are at school now. Just kidding. I love them, but I am glad they're at school. Uh
It's your
I
truth, it's okay.
But it's true. Some days I will spend 3 hours just editing back to back to back to back to back to back videos. I'll get on a roll. Last night I sat in here till 7 o'clock PM editing Amazon videos.
Yeah.
Editing Amazon videos. So I just because I was on a roll and Charlie knew he came in. He's like, "You good?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm almost done." I go, as soon as I'm done with this one. So you can do it in different phases, and those phases will depend on you as a
Mhm.
person, but take some time to do different phases. Ideas. Take time to brainstorm what you want to do. Think about the first 3 seconds of 10 videos that you wanna do. Where's that hook gonna be? What's it gonna look like? Blah, blah, blah.
This comes from, doing your research behind the scenes, right? You guys gotta kinda know ahead of time to help with the batching. When you're got that idea phase kind of figured out, the hooks approximately what you wanna do, then you can better plan, I would say, that recording of those 3 to 5 second clips in that 30-minute time frame. Like for me, as an example, this week on Tuesday, on my 20-minute lunch break that I had, I went and the night before, I searched what I was going to do for my hooks, content that I was going to create, and the audio I was going to use. So I already knew all of that stuff. And all I needed to do was essentially just recreate what I was doing with my flair on it. And I did that in that 20-minute time frame. I had those different outfits, I did those different angles, and I just recorded, stop, recorded, stop, recorded, stop. And all of that, and if you don't know, I'm going to add this in here too for editing, by the way. You can set a timer on your edits app, your whatever TikTok app, whatever platform you're using to record, you can do a self timer so that you're only recording 20 seconds
Mhm.
at a time. That will help with cutting down your editing time on the back end. Because if you're just recording and leaving it to record for 5 minutes, nobody's going to want to go in and edit 5 minutes worth of video to get 5 seconds. The best suggestion that I've ever learned is to be hyper aware of that recording option, to set that self timer, to get yourself positioned. I think you get like 10 seconds on Instagram, up to 10 seconds before the timer starts. And then you can edit that down to only record 10 seconds of yourself. And then just do that on repeat however many times you need to. And you'll have a whole lineup in one recording, but you can save that to your phone or wherever, and you can cut that up even more down the road. So just all these great ideas, guys. I'm like popping
And the
off here.
great thing about the great thing about edits, the Instagram app edits,
Yes.
is that you can do the video. So old Candace would take a video on Instagram, do all the editing, and then duplicate it, and then download it to my phone, and then all of these things to make sure. Because sometimes I would get to hit post, and I'd get that
Glitch.
or I'd get the glitch, right? So
Yeah.
But the great thing about edits is you post it to Facebook or Instagram or wherever. I have been testing posting videos on TikTok using
Okay.
edits. So I've been
Interesting.
doing that for the last week. So I'll let you know how that goes. I'm going to give it like
Ooh.
at least a month.
Yeah.
So, but it's doing well.
Good.
You can save all that there. You don't have to do all that extra mess. So, but
Exactly.
that then moving into the editing phase, which sometimes after you create the content, you don't even want to deal with it.
Yeah.
The editing
I
piece
I
of it.
do that too.
Sometimes, oh, we batched a bunch of voiceovers the other day, changed our shirts, batched a bunch of voiceovers. And then I got to editing them and I was like, oh my God. Cause we laugh. And we try. Here's another film hack. We have the iPad pulled up with the sound, if, especially if a lip sync. If it's a lip sync, we have the sound pulled up in the iPad and then we record ourselves, just regular record on our phone, doing it over and over again until we get it right. So there's a lot of edits in there and a lot of what's the word when you're laughing and it's funny because you messed up or whatever.
Bloopers.
Bloopers. Thank
Behind
you.
the scenes, yeah, and that's
Yeah.
that's also great for sharing in your stories because people are gonna see the edited, polished version on your Reels, For You Explore page, whatever, all that good stuff. Your audience that is loving you for who you are is gonna wanna see those behind the scene reels, and that's really good to hold on to for later on too. Tip.
Sometimes, though, here's the other thing when it comes to editing. Sometimes you have to take the editing in phases too. Example, I've got a few reels that I've got to edit and I'll boom, 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 edit them. But I don't want to do the caption and the hook and the text on screen. Like, I don't want to do all that right now. So I will rename it usually because then I know that it's edited. And then once I have all the caption and everything, I will rename it with a check mark, like with
And
the
you're
name and then the check.
you're specifically discussing in the Instagram app after you have the reel drafted,
Correct.
you
I'm
can
talking
label
about
that
in the
draft.
editing phase, right? We've
Yeah.
already filmed and now we're
Yeah.
editing it because I feel like you have to do that in phases sometimes.
You do. No, I agree. I'm just clarifying for the audience, auditory wise, you're looking at your Instagram app and you're seeing, I think even TikTok, you can save it, right?
I
Anyway,
don't
you can
I
change the
think you
name.
can save the name in there. Yeah, under
Yeah.
TikTok, Instagram,
So
in
many,
edits
yeah.
you can and in CapCut.
So many
So,
ways to remind yourself like what little extras you need to do. Me, I actually will change the naming. So I'll save it once it's edited, all the words are how I want, yada yada. And then I will go back in because I haven't figured this out unless you have for the edits app for Instagram editing videos. I don't know how to use it as a trial. So I've just been downloading it one time, posting it, then going back into the edits app and then re-downloading it again, but I've named it trial. So then I know that that would be a trial on my trial phase, whatever reel I'm posting. I don't know if you know how to do it yet, but I haven't figured out how to duplicate and edit reel.
yeah, so you scroll down and you can do the trial, but what I've noticed is when I put it back into draft, the trial button undoes, like at the go to trial on and off.
Okay.
And sometimes I won't want it to go to my Facebook because I have all my Instagram stuff sent directly to my Facebook page
Yeah,
or Facebook profile. I will turn that off if I don't want all the trials to go there. But
good point.
here's
Good point.
another side note, repurpose.io will send every single trial reel to YouTube or wherever you want it. There's no way to turn that off. If anybody
Yeah.
was listening to last week's episode where we talked a bunch about repurpose.io, if you didn't check that out, I'm not going to beat a dead horse, but that's just a tip. So we've
Next,
got our ideas, our brainstorming phase, filming phase, editing phase, scheduling phase, which is when you're doing all your captions,
yeah.
getting everything prepped, your hook, and then you schedule them. Okay, blah, I've got these 10 reels. There you go.
And it doesn't have to be all in one day. That's the whole point of batching things. So planning out your time, right? This is where just that taking that extra 15 minutes that it would take to figure all of this stuff out step by step, that will help you down the road. So don't don't think that everything we're saying to you today has to be done all in one sitting because it
Mm-mm.
doesn't.
No, you have to find, and you have to find your batch window. You
For
have to
sure.
find what works best for you with the lifestyle that you have. For me, that is for me. For Jennifer, that is for Jennifer. We give you tips all the time, especially inside of the social circle VIP. We give tips all the time, and we've we have a content calendar, we have workflow systems and things that you can educate yourself on when it comes to combining social media, content creation, and marketing. So all of these things come together, but finding we've done batch
Oh yeah,
videos in
that's
there,
in
I
there.
think.
Oh yeah,
During
that's in
the
there.
during the boot camp, we talked a
Yeah,
lot. We did a week on batching videos. So, anyways, just don't forget to check out inside of the VIP circle because we've got so many resources that will everything we're telling you today, it just beefs it up for you even more.
for sure. Yeah, it's a great reference point to head back into the Social Circle VIP on the school platform because that's where a lot of this stuff is housed and you can access that as often as you want. What is it? 24/7, 365, right?
Mhm. Yep.
And you can always ask us questions directly inside that community as well as adding it. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can always comment and drop a question in there. If you want more information, ask us there too, guys. So just wanted to, point out those great things, those pieces on that batch window, right, is a really great idea and it can work very well for you depending on however your life looks. Like Candace just said, mine we vary, right? Hers is a certain way, mine is a certain time and way. But it's the ideas behind it, right? That's the whole thing we're trying to get you guys to kind of go out and try. And I'm really excited to see whoever tries whatever we talk about today. Definitely drop us a line. We want to know how the batching went for you. What was your strategy? What was your plan? How did you figure it out for yourself? I knew one person back in the day who talked about figuring out how many hours you have that you work, you eat, you sleep, you take care of the family, and then what's your free time? What's your binge time watching Netflix? Could you be editing something on your phone while listening to what is it, Lover's Island or whatever? I can't Paradise Island. I don't know what
Love
the Love
Island.
Island. I have no
Love
idea.
Island. I don't
I'm
know.
editing, guys. I
I
don't
don't
know.
watch it. I don't watch it, but I feel like I should. It's all over my algorithm.
I know it's mine.
People
It's on
talking
mine
about it,
too.
making jokes about it.
So while you're even watching, because I know my kids, they're obsessed with watching, whatever Paw Patrol, Barbie shows on Netflix right now. So when they're watching their shows, I'm kind of hiding off in the corner, propping up a pillow so they don't see my phone, trying to edit one or two videos while I'm like waiting. And I don't want to just sit there and just stare at the TV and I can't, go leave the room because if I do, they'll climb on me.
Yeah.
So for me, that's my life, right? That's what I'm living with.
But
Um,
but I do the
it
same
worked
thing.
whatever
But
you
I
have to
do
do.
the same thing. I have to do it in batches in the
Yeah.
car. I edit our podcast sometimes. If we have long road trips, I'll edit it in the truck. That
Yep.
way, Charlie can listen and give me like, "Oh, you should cut that out," blah blah blah, or add this in there. So it's just finding the time to
Yeah.
do it. But if you do it in batches, it makes it easier than I've got to create this video right now. And I've got to say all the things. I've got to do the caption. I've got to do the text on screen. I've got to do everything, get it ready, find the audio, and post it.
Yeah, no.
When it's
That
easier to, okay, I filmed this last week. Here's the hook I've already got. Here's the caption lined up. Boom. It just makes your life a little bit easier. So try and find that little snippet of whatever that time is to make it
mhm,
work for you.
for sure. Yeah, I agree with all of that. I think that this was a really great way for you guys to kind of listen in on the behind the scenes of how we prepare our content, how, you can take some of our experience, I would say, and
Yeah,
make it work for you.
and you can see how we're just two people and we're both different. So there's no one, you have to do it this way in order to be successful. I'm so tired of hearing that. So that take that as well, everyone listening.
It's definitely it is not a one size fits all trying to build and scale and all of those good things, but we needed you to be reminded It has to fit in your way. And if you are interested in any additional help, like you need a little bit more breakdown, please feel free to message us on our Instagram page at the Social Circle VIP, way up here. If you want additional one on one help, even, or if you want us to take a look at your content directly one on one, please message us in our group as well and drop in audit, and we will take a look at your content. If you're getting stuck with your batching, message us batching as well. Give us something to work with to help you guys out. And I feel like you are in a really good place here in this community. You want to hit subscribe and share this episode to the next person that you know who is struggling trying to get their content put together. This should help them out. We have a lot more coming for you. You guys definitely need to stick around for that because, in my opinion, we're really awesome at this stuff.
We are, and we're just getting better.
Getting better every
So,
time.
amen. We just want to say thank you so much for listening. We have like almost 400 downloads, by the way, which is pretty exciting. So, thank you for that. Have a great week.
Have a great week.